Well, dear students, good morning to you all. Today our topic is non-trading organizations. Schools, colleges, clubs and societies, hostels and hospitals, libraries, these are all non-trading organizations whose motto is to service, not to earn profits. Understanding? Non-trading organizations are also called as non-trading concerns or non-profitable organizations whose motto is to service the public. They are providing services to public or their members. Their motto is service, not to earn profits. These institutions also, they have to prepare at the end of the year final accounts, which include three parts. One is receipts and payments account, second is income and expenditure account, and third is balance sheet. What are they? Number one, receipts and payments account. Number two, income and expenditure account. And number three, balance sheet. First, I am explaining receipts and payments account. Receipts and payments account. It is a real account. It is a, three types of accounts are there: personal accounts, real accounts, and nominal accounts. Receipts and payments account is a real account. It is as like as cash account. As like as cash account. Only cash transactions are recorded. Only cash transactions are recorded. Receipts are debit side. Payments are credit side. Here, receipts and payments account, receipts are debit side. Payments are credit side. Receipts means they are coming in. Payments means they are going out. Once again, receipts and payments account is a real account. It is as like as cash account. Only cash transactions are recorded. Credit transactions not at all recorded. Receipts we are taking on debit side, payments we are taking on credit side. The receipts and payments account starts with the opening balance brought down on debit side and ends with the closing balance carried down on credit side. This account starts with the opening balance brought down. In this opening balance, there may be cash, there may be bank balance. And ends with the closing balance carried down. By closing balance carried down. Here may be again cash and bank. Here 5 points are there. Right now what I am explaining, they are most important. It is a real account as like as cash account. Only cash transactions recorded. Receipts debit side of payments, credit side. It starts with opening balance brought down on debit side and ends with closing balance carried down on credit side. Well, dear students, we covered already 5 points. So right now what I am explaining 6th and 7th, very, very important. Transactions of past, present and future all are recorded. Transactions of past, present, future all are recorded. What it means? In the last year one student studied, he never paid fees. Now he came and paid the fees. Now we can record here. Why? The cash receipt is made in this year though it is related to last year. Clear or not? And the students who are studying now, we are receiving fees. We can write now. They are called present. The student who want to study in the next year, he may pay advance. We receive now. That also we can record. That means they may be related to past or present or future, but the cash receipt is made in this year. Clear or not? That's why we can record here. Past, present, future all are recorded. Next. Both capital items and revenue items are recorded here. Capital items and revenue items. Suppose we purchased furniture, it is a capital item. Which are in occasional, which are for long-term benefits, they are called capital items. Understanding? I purchased furniture is a capital item, but repairs made to furniture is a revenue item. I purchased a cell phone is a capital item, but phone bill paid is a revenue item. All capital items and revenue items are recorded here. Not only capital and also revenue, both are recorded. Last and final, by balancing this account, we are in a position to find out the closing cash balance or bank balance, but they are neither the profit nor the loss. They are not a profit, not a loss. Just to how much balance we have, that we can understand through receipts and payments account. Clear or not? Once again, last and final. By balancing this account, we can find closing cash balance. But it is neither profit nor loss. Well, dear students, these are the important points to be remembered when you are preparing receipts and payments account. The receipts and payments account always starts with the opening balance brought down. Suppose if the organization started in this year only, generally it starts with donations. Donations is the amount received from public as a charitable base. Suppose I want to start an organization so as to develop the moral, human, social values. Then I may collect donations from my old students who are old and gold. You are also gold only, but you are all gold right now, but they are gold and gold. You are all good and gold. Now, I received donations from my students. That amount is called donations collected from the public. They may be members or non-members also. Next, we received legacies. Legacies is the amount received under a will agreement. Under a, before death everybody will write down a will agreement. Through will agreement we got certain amount from the public which is called legacies. Next, life membership fees. Life membership, directly for the entire life at a time they paid. Suppose we are collecting monthly 1,000. That means per annum 12,000. Suppose you pay 10 years membership fees. That is equal to 1,20,000. You will become a life member. So life membership is collected. Next, subscriptions. Subscriptions is the amount collected from members. It is received from our regular members. Entrance fee. sale of assets or sale of newspaper, sale of waste material, interest received or rent received or any other receipts. Well, yes students, these are the generally receipts to a non-profitable organizations. Donations, I told you donations is the amount collected from members or from public as a charitable base. It is the amount received from public under a will agreement. Life membership only for entire life directly in one installment we collected. Subscriptions is the amount received from our regular members. Entrance fees. Suppose a new person came, I want to listen the class. He asked, okay, no problem, sit in the class by paying 100 or 500 rupees as an entrance fees. We may collect it. Sale of assets, sale of old material, sale of newspaper, etc. Interest received, rent received, whatever received, all receipts are on debit side. Now payments. Generally here all expenses are there. All expenses like rent payment, lighting, phone, printing, stationery, general expenses, sundry expenses, all expenses are taken here, and any purchase of assets, furniture, investments, any asset purchase. This is the receipts and payments account. These are the important points to be remembered. Once again, last and final. Any non-trading organization or non-profitable organization, they have to prepare final accounts, including three parts. Number one, receipts and payments account. Number two, income and expenditure account. And number three, balance sheet. The receipts and payments account, it is real account. As like a cash account, only cash transactions recorded. Receipts are debit side, payments are credit side. It starts with the opening balance brought down on debit side and ends with the closing balance carried down on credit side. Now, it is the important item. Transactions are past, present and future all are recorded here. Whether it may be a past or present or for future, all are recorded here. Both capital items and revenue items. Capital receipts and capital payments. Generally, these are capital receipts. These are revenue receipts. Capital receipts means they are occasional. They are not in regular nature. They may be for long run benefits. They are for long run benefits. Revenue means they are in regular nature. Day-to-day activities. They are all revenue items. Both capital items and revenue items are recorded. Next, by balancing this account, we are in a position to find out the closing cash balance, but it is neither profit nor loss. Okay, clear or not? If you understand this receipts and payments account, now I will explain income and expenditure account. Okay? Now I am explaining income and expenditure account. Well, dear students, we already completed the receipts and payments account. How to prepare, we understand and we learned. Now, income and expenditure account, it is a nominal account. It is as like as profit and loss account. Expenses are taken on debit side. Incomes are on credit side. Here both cash or credit items can be recorded. That means outstandings are also recorded here. In the receipts and payments account, debit items are taken here credit side because they are all incomes. Their receipts, they are here incomes. Their debits, here credit. And their credits, here debit. Once again, income and expenditure account is a nominal account. It is a nominal account. It is as like as profit and loss account. Expenses we are taking on debit side, incomes we are taking on credit side. Both cash and credit transactions can be recorded. That means we have to pay, still outstanding, not yet paid. They are also recorded here. Next, in the receipts and payments account, debit items are there. They are all receipts. Now they will be taken on credit side because they are incomes. And their credit items, we have to take it on debit side. They are all expenses. Understanding or not? To the receipts and payments account, income and expense account, almost all reversal. Next, only current year transactions are recorded. Only current year transactions are recorded. Suppose we are in the year 2019 to 2020. 2019 April started, 2020 March we have to prepare the final accounts. So, we are in this year. Only this year transactions are recorded. Last year and next year not taken. Only current year must be taken. Next, only revenue items are taken. Only revenue items are taken. Cell phone purchased, furniture purchased, or donations received, life membership received, legacies received, which are capital items not at all taken, only revenue items are taken. Next, special funds. Special funds like tournaments fund, building construction fund, or we are all interested to go to Nepal. Because of Corona we are unable to go. But we are making plan. If we want to go to Nepal, for that purpose we may collect money from our students as an advance. That money collected for the purpose of Nepal tour is called tour fund. Understanding? Special funds like building fund, tournaments fund, or Nepal tour fund. Whenever funds collected or funds expenditure or funds we deposited in the bank and we received interest, any item related to special fund should not be entered in the income and expenditure account. Clear? Any fund, tournaments fund, building construction fund, prize fund, Nepal tour fund, whatever the funds collected or expenditure or any interest received on that particular fund, if it is deposited in the bank, they are all not recorded. Items related to special funds are not entered here. Next, assets. Whenever assets are purchased, whenever assets are sold, both are not recorded. Assets purchased and sold, both are not recorded. But any profit or loss on sale of asset, that can be recorded. Suppose I purchased a furniture which original cost is 1000. Suppose I sold for 800 rupees. There is a loss of 200, that can be recorded here. Any profit or loss on sale of asset, that can be recorded, but asset purchase value and sale value, both are not taken. Understanding or not? Now, last and final, if you balance this income and expenditure account, we can find whether there is surplus or deficit. Surplus means credit side is more. Suppose 50,000. The total of expenditure is only 32,000. Suppose the expenditure is 32,000. We got balance. That is called surplus. It is also called excess of income over the expenditure. Excess of income over the expenditure. Whenever debit side is more, we can say it is called deficit. That means excess of expenditure over the income. Once again, last and final. Babu, it is a real account. It is a nominal account. It is a nominal account. It is as like as profit and loss account. Expenditure on debit side, incomes are on credit side. Both cash and credit items can be recorded. In the receipts and payments account, debit items are taken here credit side. Their credit items we can take here debit side. Only current year items are taken. Last year and the next year should not be taken. Look here. Suppose we received subscriptions 5,000. It including last year item of 200 rupees. We have to deduct it because it is last year. Should not be taken. And the next year should not be taken. If there is any still outstanding for the current year outstanding can be taken. Understanding or not? The net figure we can take out to call 5,100. Last year not taken. Next year not taken. What it means, if it is included, we have to deduct. Next, only revenue transactions are taken here, which are in regular nature, like rent paid, salaries paid, printing and stationery, post and telephones, general expenses, or which are in regular nature, revenue nature, which are paid for that particular period only, and we are getting the benefits in that period only. That items are all revenue, we have to take it. Only revenue items, capital items should not be taken, like donations received, like membership, legacies, and purchase of assets. Here, next, special funds. Special funds, tournaments fund, building fund, funds, any fund, whether collected or paid, not recorded here. Next, assets purchase and sale, both are not recorded. Profit or loss on sale of asset can be recorded. If it is loss, you can take on debit side. If it is profit, you can take it on credit side. Next, on loss, you can balance the account. You are in a position to find out surplus or deficit. When credit side is more, you will get the surplus. When debit side is more, you can get a deficit. That's over. And you can, if you understand both receipts and payments account and income and expenditure account, the differences you can write down yourself, which is also most important topic for theoretical aspect. Income and expenditure account and receipts and payments account. In the next class, we can go through the problem. See you all tomorrow.